Up until the end of the Seven Years' War in 1763, Great Britain largely had a hands-off policy with their American colonies. As such, they upheld a policy of salutary neglect. Due to the debt, though, of £130 million that the British government found itself carrying after the Seven Years' War, it sought ways to raise revenue. Therefore, its Parliament decided to levy taxes on the colonists. These taxes began with the Sugar Act of 1764 and the Stamp Act of 1765, and then in 1767 with what were called the Townshend Duties. The Townshend Duties were a series of measures introduced into the British Parliament by the Chancellor of the Exchequer, Charles Townshend, in 1767. The Townshend Acts imposed duties, or external taxes, on products imported into the 13 colonies in America. Items such as glass and lead, paints, paper and tea, all imported into the colonies. Townshend hoped that the acts would defray or minimise any imperial expenses in the colonies, but many Americans viewed the taxation as an abuse of power, resulting in the passage of agreements to limit imports from Britain. Charles Townshend himself had some secret motives in imposing the duties, as he planned for the revenue to be used to pay the salaries of colonial governors, colonial leaders who had previously been paid by the colonists themselves, and this important shift meant that the governors could now be seen as indebted to Britain. This meant that the colonists were now losing increasing power over their own affairs, because in the past, a colonial government salary could be withheld if the colonists became dissatisfied with any particular decision. Once the governor, however, was being paid by the British directly, that could no longer be possible. Reactions in the colonies were similar to those during the Stamp Act crisis. Once again, non-importation was implemented. Extra legal activities such as harassing tax collectors and merchants who violated the boycotts were also common. The period of time also saw the crucial emergence of the activities of the Daughters of Liberty.